Hi, it's Jan from Twink Stamping. I am an independent UK demonstrator. I've come along today for part two with this project. Yesterday we put together this project using a sheet of A4 card and scored to make the A5, was almost A5 folder, which will contain 4 cards, 4 tags, and this little envelope for your stamps. Okay, and today we are going to decorate and then hopefully we'll have time to decorate the cards too. Okay, I'll show you the cards once we've decorated this. Okay, so a quick reminder of the completed. This is the completed folder. I haven't decorated I have decorated the cards, but they're not in here. These are the envelopes. All we're going to do is put a wheel on here, a glittery one. This is no longer available, unfortunately. It's now been retired. I love the glimmer paper, and I bought loads of it when I found out that it was going to be discontinued or retired. I love sparkly paper. Anyway, enough talking. Let's get on and do some crafting. So we are going to use the Sailing Home stamp set, and we are going to stamp the largest boat, the saying, set sail in the direction of your dreams, which I think is a lovely, lovely saying. And then we're going to cut out some, die cut some, I can't remember what it, like seaweed, I think they are. They're not actually in the stamp set, they are in the die set that coordinates with this set. Okay, so let's start some stamping. Let's hope we get it right today, hey? Not too many mishaps like yesterday. I've already die cut some labels just to save time. My mat's filthy again. Plenty of use this morning, I'm afraid. Anyway, it looks like there's a mark on there. Right. So we are going to stamp the sentiment first. Yes, I think I was saying I cut a couple out just in case we don't get something straight or something goes wrong. The label is from the Tasteful Label dies. Great set, this one. Lots of different shaped dies. Really good. Some that are stitched. This one's actually shaped. Around almost like a scallop around the edge. And then you've just got like this beveled one, which is this one. I don't know if you can see, it's just slightly beveled. I think that's the word you use. Okay. Right. I think we'll do the sentiment first. Get it out of the way. Always scary, isn't it, doing the sentiment? Trying to get this right. Making sure it's not upside down. Making sure that it's not faded in any of the areas. Set sail, so that is the top. So I'm going to move that out of the way in case we spoil that. I'm going to pop this over here. I like to try and make sure that my label is straight to start with. Now I'm going to put it off to the side because on the card, the card on the front, that'll be fine. I actually did the boat to one side of the label. So obviously I didn't want it in the middle. I actually wanted to put the boat on one side. Okay, so we can put that to one side. We'll stamp out our large boat. This is a really nice set. I actually used, last year, I used the set using pinks and crumb cake with this set, and it was beautiful. Well, I say it was beautiful. It came out lovely, it really did. I'll probably show you that project another time. Okay, so we've done that, and we're going to cut that out. I'm not going to do all the die cutting. I have die cut a lot of the stuff ahead of time, because nothing worse than watching someone have to die cut loads of bits and pieces out and jiggle the camera about. This is a nice die. It actually cuts right out onto the sail there. I can't work to my left. That's better. Work to the right. My plate is bowed, so it makes it a bit difficult to try and get things lined up. But I'm sure that's okay. If it's not, we'll do it again. Just a bit of card. Okay. Sun's not shining quite so much today, but it's not cold. In fact, it's quite a nice temperature today. There we go. It's probably could have done with coming over this way a little bit more, but do we worry? No, I don't think we need to worry about that. I think that'll do. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be absolutely fine. Okay, let's get that out of the way. You see how the die actually cuts out that little bit there. Clever, isn't it? So that will go onto there. And oh, I've put the cutter away. I actually need it, don't I? I'm going to cut out the seaweed and the wheel, and I think that's all I need to be cutting out. The rest of the stuff that I've actually cut, prepared, because otherwise it would become very, very boring watching me completely spend my time cutting out when you all know how to die cut. I mean, there might be some new ladies that are watching, but the majority of people know how to use a die cutting machine. I think it's a staple with anybody's kit these days. Right, lovely. It's stuck in there still, so let's get this off my plate. I'm going to take this back over here. Sorry if I jogged the camera, I just want to get those bits off my plate before I forget. Because if you leave things on your plate, it will leave an impression on the next thing that you cut out. So that's that. Let's get this out of the... Oh, I'm just looking for my pokey tool. There we go. Right, okay. Now, we're going to put this together onto the card. I'm going to sit down. That's what I'm going to do. There's no need for me to stand up. I'm going to add just a tad of Winkestella. I know it's a male card, but I'm sure that, or a masculine card, I'm sure they don't mind just a little, because what it's doing is actually dragging the ink, if you can see that. I don't want all over blue, but I thought that looked quite nice. Okay, that's that. Right, that was flat onto your label. We can use the Tombow glue for this, or the multi-purpose glue, I think it's called now. Don't know if it was called Tombow before, but I've always known it as Tombow. And then suddenly somebody said it's not Tombow no more. So I've been saying it wrong. But you all know what I mean when you see me using the green stuff, which looks like I'm running out of. Honestly, I've got through so much stuff in this lockdown. Well, there we go. It was a little bit blocked, I think. I'm just gonna... I do not want to leave it in a blob, because if you leave it in a blob, it will appear as a blob underneath your work. And I don't want that to happen, so I'm just going to slightly angle it. Notice I didn't put glue at the top or down the bottom, just in the middle of the boat. I'm going to get rid of that. Oh, it's going to keep coming out, I think. So that's that. I did use one of these new blue adhesive back gems, but I actually tried colouring with my blender pen onto our normal basic rhinestones, and I thought it actually looked better. So I'm going to get one out. Actually, I'll leave it in there for a second while I just colour it. I'm using the end that's like the paintbrush end. What I'm going to do is just go over the top of this jewel. And this is the light Night of Navy. And I thought, because we're using navy, you know, we might get a similar colour. I know you won't get it exactly the same. I'll just show you that up at the camera. Can you see that? It's a beautiful colour. So I preferred that than using the lighter blue. So I'm just going to pop that there. And because it's I used the blender pen, it's not going to come off. The colour's not going to come off. I've got one of my gems stuck to my packet and now to my finger. Oh, we'll just leave it in there for now. So yeah, so that is the label. That's all I'm doing. Oh, that's all I did with that. I don't like to put too much decoration on male orientated cards or projects. You know, I always imagine that the plainer the better. Not plain, but less is more when you're doing a mail card. Don't know, that's just my personal opinion. I'm just going to take these off the back. I'm going to pop that onto the front. Do I want it there? About there. So if you notice, I didn't put loads of, certainly didn't put loads of pads on the back. There's no need to. There's no weight to it. Now, I'm going to, because I wanted it this side, and because I wanted the tallest bit to the left and the smaller bit to the right, and it comes out as the opposite, I cut into this. There's a lot of the dies you can actually cut into. You know, if you're not happy with something, or you want it to be a different shape, or you want to use only bits of it, then go ahead and snip bits off like that. So now I can have the taller bit to the left and this piece to the right. It's just personal preference again, it's just what I wanted. Just going to pop a little bit, I said, Tombow multi-purpose glue on the back. Not going to put it all over. I quite often don't, if I'm using flowers or leaves, I quite often don't put glue all the way, so they have a little bit of movement and a little bit of, well, 3D to them. Set. Got glue all over my finger now, haven't I? So now I'm going to do this one the same. I'm not going to put it all over. I'm frightened to squeeze it now in case it comes out in a great big dollop. I'm not going right to the top. Oops. So that's that. And the last thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a bow on the front with the twine from the, now let me think, what's it called? I always have to try and remember all these different names. Flowers for Every Season ribbon combo pack. There's 3 different types of ribbon in this set. But I love this twine. Blue is my favourite colour, in case you didn't know. One of my favourite colours. Blue and yellow are my favourite colours. Okay. Come along. Play ball. Again, we don't want it too big. That'll be okay. Right. I obviously don't want my tails that long, but can you see that's actually, just had to twist it a little bit because the white side was showing and I wanted the blue. I want the blue side to show. In fact, I want it just a wee bit smaller. Like that. Okay, let's put a glue dot on the back of that. These are great if you want to use something, stick something down and you don't want it to be seen, the gluey bit to be seen, or it's better than glue. It's an option to glue. I always put it on whatever it is that I want to stick down. Don't fiddle too much, Jan. There we go. Whoops. Looks like my scissors could do with a bit of a sharpening. I must say they get plenty of use, so it wouldn't surprise me if they're going a bit blunt. So there you have it. That is the front of your folder. Nothing fancy, nothing too much. I think they're still a bit too long, aren't they? Yeah, nothing too fancy. Still quite plain, but I think it's quite attractive. Okay, so inside all we are going to do is pop the wheel onto there, and again all I used was a tiny bit of Tombow. I'm trying to find my, which I had 2 seconds ago. Let's just pop this out. There's a tiny weeny little hole, and I'm going to put a gem in there. I just put glue on the very, very centre there, not over the hole, obviously, because you don't want that to show. Oh. Just hold my finger on it for a second. Okay, I'm going to use one of my gems again. See if I can get the one that's tried to escape. Oh, I think the back's come off that one. Don't you just hate it when that happens? When the little sticky bit of... it's not gone, but it's not stuck right in the middle. Let's see if I can get it on there. Sorry if you just saw my big head. Right, that can now be, if you're very careful, you don't want to get it all over your wheel or anywhere else, you can colour that in. That looks gorgeous. So you can make the gems whatever colour you like. They don't have to be plain. Can you see that? Doesn't look like it's on very straight. There we go. That's better. Yeah, so we've coloured that. So you don't have to worry about trying to match it up, because you can match it up just by using your blender pen. And say that was the light Night of Navy. I didn't want to use the dark one. I didn't want it to be too, in case it came out too dark. I didn't want it dark. Okay, so that is your main folder decorated now. Now we're going to decorate our 4 tags. Now, I decorated mine all the same. Just with, let's put that over there. All I've done is I've stamped the birthday wishes, the boat, and the wheel. Okay, and I did 4 of those, and I'm going to show you what I did. So I cut 4 pieces of Whisper White. I think I've probably just used one. Yes, I have. Of course I did. I used that one, didn't I? I'm just going to, no, I'm not going to cut another one. There is absolutely no point. I'm going to use one of the ones that I've already stamped, because I'm going to use them anyway. So, okay. So what I did was I got 2" by 4" pieces of card, and I put them inside my delightful tag topper. Really nice. Very, very easy to use. All you do, this actually comes so that you can cut different size tags from, but this is the largest one. It fits between the 2 outer grooves. I've forgotten, I'm afraid, what sizes they are. I'm sure I can put that up on the blog when I do it. Just check on the back that it all lines up equally each side, and then you're just going to punch, and that gives you a lovely shaped tag. So because it can go to one side, so just slightly move, oops, that over, and punch out your tags. And that is all you do with these tags. How simple is that? If you want to make a load of tags for your Christmas presents, so easy. So easy. Much more fun than going and buying the ones that are already made. They're all flimsy and horrible. So we are now going to stamp each of these, and we're going to use the birthday wishes stamp, which is from the Fancy Phrases stamp set. Okay. I chose to do them all the same because I don't know, I just did. I much preferred them all the same. The cards I did all differently but similar. But the tags I wanted the same. Otherwise you're going to have to choose then, aren't you? Who you're going to send what to. So that's one slightly skew with, but no one's going to notice that on a Prezi. They'll be too interested in getting that Prezi open. Oh, classic. Look. Upside down. So I'm not going to throw that away. I'm going to keep that and use that. So we're actually only going to do 2. Oh, I think it's funny. Oh dear. Never mind. Hey ho. Is this one up the right way? Yeah. Slightly squiffy again. But hey ho. Whatever. You only need to see me do these. Oh, I've got to put the boats on, haven't I? You only need to see me do these a couple of times. You really don't need to sit and watch me do them all. Right. I'm just going to pop a boat there. There's no right or wrong way of doing the boat. And there we go. So you'll have your tags. There we go. So we've got 4 tags now. Put that away very carefully. Very inky. Dark blue. I don't want it all over me. I'm just going to clean off some of my stamps now. Nice and quick. I should be giving this a wash later because I don't like the really dark colours left on the chamois. I know they don't transfer, but just in case. I always think just in case. So now it's just a case of putting a wheel on each piece. 3. I thought I had 4. Come along. Here we go. That's 4. So they'll each have a wheel on them. So we'll just quickly pop them on. I hope this is not going to run into too long because I do want to show you the cards. And they're going to take a little bit longer to make than the tags. Doesn't matter where you put your wheels. Oops. Probably notice I am actually going over the middle of that because there's that little bit in there, and I thought, well, if I'm covering that with a stone, I don't need to worry about taking it out. So that's the actual decoration. It just leaves the little what do you call it at the top? What do you call it? Don't know. I don't know what you call it. String. There we go. Don't want it perhaps quite so long. Mind you, you'll want enough, won't you, to attach it to a Prezi. I don't know if you... I went out of shot then. There we go. And that's your 4 tags. You can put to and from on the back if you want to. I haven't bothered. I am going to put a stone in each of those. A jewel or stone, whatever you want to call it. I can't get these out of the packet now. Oops. Going to press on in a minute because I'm very aware of the timing, how long it takes for me to do something. There is more to this project. Just pop that on there. Okay. Go and get my blue pen. Oh, I do like that. Very, very pretty. Men can have pretty, can't they? Sure, they appreciate a nice card. And then quickly, I shall just quickly do drag the paint, drag the ink from the sail. So with my Wink of Stella. And that's your four tags to go inside. Obviously you could make this project whatever you wanted inside, you know, any colours. As I say, I did do it with the honey bee. That was one of our projects at the beginning of lockdown. There, smashing. So they can now go back into the back into the packet. Let's hope they fit with the sail on. The wheel, sorry. That's one. They do fit. Oops. You might just have to lift the plastic slightly to pop it in. There we go. There's two there, and then what I thought was, just for show, you know, make it look quite attractive, is have a couple inside. Now I'm just going to check how long we've actually been filming, because I really do not want to film for too long. I've been on here 33 minutes now, so I am going to close. It's far too long. Unfortunately, it's going to be a part 3 now, because I need to spend more time doing the cards, and they're going to take longer than 30 minutes. I know, and an hours long video is not much fun to watch. Okay, so thanks for stopping by and seeing how I've decorated these bits. And I'm sure you may have different ways of doing it, but this is my way, and I hope you've enjoyed watching this video today, and hopefully I'll have a video done with the cards on it either over the weekend or on Monday. Okay, so but for now, at least you can get this far if you're following along in my tutorial. Okay, I am going to make available kits for this this project. If anybody's interested, please email me on Twinks Stamping, all one word, at live.com. If you're interested in a kit, maybe I can provide all the materials to make this kit, and all the instructions. A PDF would come with it. Oh, let's pop them up a little bit. Makes it look a bit neater, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm holding you all up. I hope you have a lovely weekend, and I will catch up with you all again on Monday or over the weekend. Thank you ever so much for stopping by. Please give me a thumbs up. And if you need any of the products, all the details are down below. All my contact details are down below too, as ever. But thank you again. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.